On Monday, April 4th, I got an email from Dr. Jim Swanson, and he asked two questions. Number one, would I be willing to read the names at this year's graduation once again? And number two, would I be willing to be the commencement speaker? I quickly replied, of course, I'm happy to read the names. And Jim, when it comes to April Fool's jokes, they're supposed to be on April 1st, not April 4th. But he said, no, it's true, the students voted for you to be the speaker. And I found that interesting, because when I look at the other faculty and staff, well, they're all smarter than I am, they're all deeper than I am, so I wondered, graduates, why did you choose me? And then it came to me. You didn't want someone who was super smart or super deep. You wanted someone just like you. Well, mission accomplished. To the families and friends, thanks for coming to support your graduates. To the graduates, it's an honor to speak to you today. Thanks for voting for me. And to our faculty, staff, and administration, thanks for not demanding an immediate recount, as far as I know. Well, it is a pleasure to speak to you today. And over the next hour or so, over the next 10 minutes or so, I'd like to share with you everything I know, which means there will be time left. My thoughts today will come from my 25-plus years of teaching experience, the Bible, and thoughts from a couple of other authors and commencement speakers. So my goals today are to encourage you, inspire you, and challenge you, which are the three most generic and non-specific main points ever used in a speech. But that is the way commencement speeches are meant to be written, and I am not going to disobey the law. Well, let me first try to encourage you. We will use lessons learned from public speaking. Let's be honest. Some of you did not want to take public speaking. Let's be more honest. Most of you did not want to take public speaking. But we made you, because we think it's good for you. Because you guys have good ideas and good stories. And public speaking helps you do this: organize your thoughts well, present your speech effectively and compellingly, and it also improves your prayer life. How many of you, before being called up for your first speech, said this prayer in your head? Oh God, take me now. You did it for Enoch, why not me? I understand you are anxious, so those of you who have been in my classes know that I always tell you, when you're picking a topic, pick something you already know about. Pick something you're already interested in. Pick something you are passionate about. It'll help you put your speech together, and your passion for the topic will connect with the audience. It's very important. And then, family and friends, this is all true, I break out my secret weapon. I tell the students that I am interested in everything, and that is true. I'm fascinated by everything. I'm curious about everything. People regularly tell me, Mike, you are a very curious person. I'm going to take that as a compliment. But here's what's most interesting to me, it's you guys. You guys are all unique. Everyone in this audience is unique, and that's what's really fascinating. Think about it. There are 7 billion people in this world, and no one is exactly like you physically. 7 billion people in this world, no one agrees with you on everything. You'll discover that when you get married. There are 7 billion people in this world, and no one has had the same experiences or reactions to those experiences. You are completely unique. You are just the way God made you. What an amazing creator. 7 billion people, and no two of them are alike. It's remarkable. And it's important. 1 Corinthians 12, Paul writes about the body of Christ. The body of Christ needs everything. Somebody's got to be the feet. the hands, the eyes, the earlobes, the elbow, the lymphatic system, all of those things are required to make the body of Christ work. And think about this from an artistic standpoint. If you've ever seen a mosaic, it takes all sorts of unique pieces and puts them all together and creates a beautiful picture. How boring would it be if every piece of the mosaic was the same color, shape, and size? That's not the case here. You guys have helped create the mosaic that is Grace College. It's complex, it's ever-changing, and it's beautiful because of you. So thank you for adding your unique piece. Now, some of you are saying, it's true, I am unique. And the Bible even says you are fearfully and wonderfully made. That's all true. But, Prof, everyone is replaceable. And that's true. Peyton Manning has retired. Someone will replace him. When I turn 100, I'll retire. Someone will replace me. Next year, somebody's going to be in your room. Somebody's going to sit at your table in the cafeteria, your special seat here in chapel. Some will do what you do, take your homework to the library, where you go in and sit in one of those very comfortable leather chairs, hoping to study, and end up with an unplanned but delightful 2-hour nap. That will happen. You will be replaced, but you cannot be reproduced. There will never be another you. You are completely unique. Now, I know somebody out there is wanting to ask this question. You're wanting to say, commencement speaker, first of all, your hair looks great. Secondly, I get it. I'm unique. We're all unique. Will that uniqueness guarantee me a great job and career? Well, the answer is simple, no. See, businesses are not hiring unique. They want someone who filled out the application the way they wanted it filled out. If you get the job, they want you to do the job the way they want you to do the job. They want you to turn in your timesheet in the appropriate manner at the appropriate time, and they want you to come to work when they want you to come to work, not at some unique time that you've created on your own. And that leads me to a very interesting speech given by David McCullough Jr. It went viral, and I think part of it is because of the name of the speech. You are not special. You are not special? How rude. Well, he's right. We are unique, but not special, because sometimes special means attitude. I think I deserve special privilege. He even went on to say, there are 7 billion people in the world, so if you're 1 in a million, that means there are 7,000 people just like you. Here's the deal. You do not deserve anything. Nothing's given to you. You have to earn it. Write this down. You're taking notes, right? There's a quiz before you graduate. Here's the deal. Your uniqueness does not give you special privilege, but it does give you special perception. Your uniqueness does not give you special privilege, but it does give you special perception. Let me give you an example. Let's say you get a job in sales, and the boss says, I want you to sell to Old Man Jones down the street, and off you go, not realizing that no one has sold to Old Man Jones in 10 years. You go. You connect with him. He connects with you. You like him, you get him, you understand him, you sell to him. You weren't the best salesman, you're certainly not the most experienced, but your uniqueness connected. For you education majors, picture this scene. It's your first day ever of teaching your own class. It's 4th grade. The other teachers come in, welcoming you, congratulating you, and warning you about Jimmy. You have Jimmy in your class. He's trouble. You'll have a hard time with Jimmy. He is going to be a pain. And then Jimmy comes in, and you connect with Jimmy. You get Jimmy. Maybe you were Jimmy at one point. But your uniqueness connects you and allows you to connect Jimmy to school. So, once you have a job, a path, a mission, you have an opportunity and, frankly, an obligation to use your uniqueness to improve the world. So here's your challenge. Use your uniqueness to write a story that touches people. Use your uniqueness to develop a new way to heal people. Create a program that challenges people. Teach in a way that connects with people. Write a song that moves people. Raise a child who loves people. Learn a skill that amazes people. Dance in a way that amuses people. Smile in a way that delights people. Serve in a way that empowers people. Worship in a way that inspires people. Honor God in a way that humbles people. And finally, a few tips for living which are required by our local Commencement Speakers Union, Local 983. Always buy candy bars from a kid who comes to your door selling for his school. You're helping the school, you're encouraging the kid, and then you'll have chocolate. Buy lemonade from a kid's lemonade stand. You encourage his ambition. It's usually good because mom made it, and kids have no idea what things cost, so it's usually pretty cheap. From Pulitzer Prize-winning author Dave Barry, a person who is nice to you but rude to the waiter is not a nice person. From me, always tip your server. It is a simple, inexpensive, and powerful way of letting someone know he or she is valuable. Keep in touch with your siblings. They will be with you for the long haul. Call your mother. Call your father. They want to hear from you. They want to talk to you. They are not done parenting you. Well, I hope my thoughts have sparked your enthusiasm for what's coming next. Your life will probably not turn out exactly the way you planned, and that's a good thing. God knows a whole lot more about it than you do, so let Him lead. So remember, you are amazingly, delightfully, confoundedly, remarkably, unfathomably, wonderfully, amusingly, startlingly, indubitably, undeniably, astoundingly, fantastically, exasperatingly, magnificently, curiously, and undoubtedly unique. Thanks for listening, and may God bless you uniquely.